from beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Miami Dolphins. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This one goes nowhere, losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Now a second down throw for Mariota. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Mariota now to throw on first down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Mariota. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Mariota now on second down. We're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. 1st and 10 right at the 20. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Second down, Mariota. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. In for the score. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. Here's Thompson to return it. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Now, Barney. Now let's go. Boom.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch it now, Barney.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game.
Watch it now, Barney.
And they'll go on the ground. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Check. 25. Check 25. Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you. Hurry up. Here we go. Green 39.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Quick hitch, complete. It's Todd. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Watch it now, Barney.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Todd. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield got a man, and he hits him in stride. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Over.
And again, it's Mayfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them. And they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing, Mariota. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mariota now. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a 1st down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Mariota. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Mariota. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
On 3rd down, Mariota out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55.
Set. 3-19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue, because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, a Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
2nd down, Mayfield. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A second shoot. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches.
All right, here we go.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll burrow his way forward to pick up the first. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Mayfield to throw it this time. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 16. Following the interception here, Mariota in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And got his man complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. Quick strike touchdown. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mayfield on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Working out of the gun. Mayfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is. Maybe when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is no good. He missed it. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Matt Hawk now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a second down throw for Mariota. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Dolphins have got it.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Three.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Mixon. And an alley to run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Mariota. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
First down, Mariota. And that is caught by Davis. Afternoon, and the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Butker on for the PAT. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now they try the right side here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Mayfield. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is.
No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mariota now after the fumble recovery. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
A first down throw for Mariota. He fights him, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down right around the 25. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this is no good. Close, but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is. And, boy, this is typically certainly one of the better kickers in the game. We're not used to seeing him miss 3 times from field goal range.
No, we certainly aren't. It is very out of character. He's probably had seasons where he's missed 3 field goals. Just goes to show you, no one's immune.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And he's going to score. It's a Titans. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now here come the Dolphins. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Buying time to his left. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
1st down, Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Mayfield now on 2nd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On the read option, it's Mariota. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 3rd down, Mixon. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And Butker able to put this one through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Here's Thompson on the return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mayfield. Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Todd. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the first quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Mayfield on play action. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing. Mayfield stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Mayfield off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Throwing here, Mariota. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Titans, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Miami, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for